What's going on, folks? It's Cam Hilliard from Miller's RV in Baton Rouge, and today I'm really excited to show you the 2025 Sunray 149. It's a retro trailer with some retro styling, awesome teardrop shape, but it's got a couple features that set it apart from everything else in this size category. Let's check it out. All right, guys, so I'm around the front of the trailer now, and the first thing that sets this apart from other trailers, and especially teardrops that are in this price point, is a simple feature. It's one that you can add after the fact, but everyone likes to get their goodies up front. So it has an electric tongue jack. I absolutely love that. The cranking, it's not hard because this trailer is really light. If I wanted to, I could grab another guy and we could move this no problem. But that's a big feature to me, just already having that electric tongue jack. Now, another thing also goes with the tongue jack. It has the extend base on the bottom. So even though it's electric, one of the longest points about hooking or unhooking this trailer, or any trailer, is just how slowly the jack goes up and how slowly it goes down. So it kind of can get tedious, but with this, you have a base on the bottom where you remove a pin and it'll go and get a lot longer, and then you pull the pin out and you push it back up, and that helps just make the whole hookup process that much faster and that much smoother. So I absolutely love that part. Excuse the battery pack that we have this. We haven't actually mounted a battery on this one yet. Now, the other feature that I love that most teardrops don't have that this Sunray does is an electric awning. It's an electric awning with an LED strip underneath. I'll put it out for you in a second, but I love that. Typically at these price point trailers, and especially the teardrops, you don't get that. And if you do get an awning, a lot of times it's manual, which, hey, it does great. It's shady, but this is push button and you're ready to rock and roll. The Sunray has these steps. What steps does your teardrop have? That's right, the steps on your teardrop are not as good as this. Of course, you can add them later, but like I said, who wants to add the upgrade when you can get it right from the factory? So we have the big Lippert solid steps. This is a hidden feature about these steps. Now, I think this is pretty standard in all the Lippert solid steps 4.0, but not all the trailers have this. A lot of them have the older versions. So let me open the door for you so I can open these steps. So on all of the other older versions of the Lippert step, to adjust the actual length, you have to pull out a pin. And so basically to adjust the length of the leg, you have to pull out a pin. It's kind of cumbersome, and after a while, you just don't like doing it. With this, I just pull this up and then just move like that. It's super simple to change the height. So if you're somewhere where it's two different heights, or if you have a deck, or if it's, you know, you're off-road or something like that, it works perfectly. Of course, you can see the awning underneath now. So the wind's blowing pretty hard. This would probably be a good time to use it. Since I'm on concrete, I'm just gonna hold off, but it does have one support leg on either side where you can put it down and stake it to the ground to keep it from shaking. Honestly, it's doing pretty well with the high wind right now anyway, but if you wanna do that, you can, or if you're in grass, I probably would go ahead and do it just for extra safety. You do have a LED light strip underneath here, a porch light as well, just to add to the vibes. And then you do have a propane quick connect. So no outdoor kitchen on a smaller trailer like this, but with the propane quick connect, it goes straight to your bottle. You can hook your Blackstone up and flip your burgers out here in peace. So you do have these kind of rugged tires. I think they look really good. The spare tire that's on the back actually matches. So it looks really nice. Again, it looks retro. I love the shape of the teardrops. They just kind of like bring back nostalgia. And also, I just like the blue and white stripes here too. But then added with like the all-terrain tires and the black rims, it kind of adds an edge to it that kind of stands apart. A lot of these trailers now, they put like very soft all-terrain tires. Like they kind of look aggressive, but they're about as aggressive as a Panda. They're not really that much so. Whereas these are pretty sick. You do have 4 stabilizer jacks. They're manual, so you do have the hand crank, or you can bring a drill with you. And folks, do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor and buy this attachment so it'll fit right in your drill, and you can just put that on these jacks and rock and roll. And hey, for all you mechanics out there, don't clown me for the Ryobi. I'm in sales, okay? You do have a pass-through storage back here that I love. You're gonna have 110 plugs here for the TV. All in all, for a 14-foot box, you get a ton on this entry side that makes it super comfortable. So I'm gonna swing around to the curb side and we'll get a look at that pass-through storage over there. Let's check it out. All right, guys, so I'm around the curbside. Excuse the tight quarters. We have this in the parking lot side just because it's a really cool trailer, so it draws a lot of attention. So we have it right outside by where everybody parks. But I wanted to mention again the spare tire. It's mounted on the back. You do have the hollow bumper, so you can put your Stinky Slinky in there, no problem. City water right here, fresh water fill there. Another access, again, it's pass-through storage here. You've got the little clips that hold it up. So yeah, you can store chairs, tables, I mean, you name it. And actually something that's pretty interesting, it looks like your fresh water tank is actually inside of the trailer. So that will actually do really, really well whenever you're in cold temperatures, because that's above the floor, so that will help keep it cool, or keep it warm. This is going to be your dump station here. So you'll have the black handle, and then this is going, or actually, I'm sorry, that's your gray dump, and this is your black dump. I'm not really sure why they have two dumps on such a small trailer. It's not really that big of a deal. If you wanted to get a wide connection, have them both connected at once, you could. Personally, I'd probably just dump the black, obviously wear gloves, and then switch it over here to the wastewater and dump that. Yeah, that's interesting, but worth noting. Going back further, we're gonna have a cable input here, 30 amp plug here. This is gonna be your black tank flush here, outdoor shower, and then access to your water heater there. Now this is prepped for the Lippert on the Ghost ladder, so if you wanna add a ladder to this and get up to that roof rack, because you do have a fully functioning roof rack on here where you can put kayaks or surfboard or paddleboard. So if you wanna access that, you 100% can. Just get that Lippert step on the go. All right, so you guys are ready for it. I know I am. Let's check out the inside. This thing's gonna blow you away. All right, guys, so inside the Sunray now. At first glance, the interior might not look too much different from a lot of teardrops. One thing is the height. I don't know if the overall height of this is more than the average teardrop. That I'm not sure, but the height's very comfortable. Also, you do have a much taller door. I feel like a lot of times in teardrops, they have a short door where I smack my head on the way out. Like I know it's there and I still end up hitting my head. But yeah, the inside's very cozy. So you're gonna have dinette here. Of course, this will make down to a bed if you'd like. Actually pretty comfy. One thing that's cool on this side, so you have the dinette, but actually behind it, there's about 6 or 7 inches worth of storage by the window there. So you have window here, window there, and the light from the door. So tons of natural light. But one of the things that I love that separates this from most teardrops for me is going to be the fridge and freezer. Typically, you just get a fridge with like a tiny little freezer unit, or sometimes you don't even get a freezer unit. So I actually love that. It's fantastic to have a full freezer unit here. Now, one thing that's worth noting, super easy to fix, I guess it's almost not worth noting, is this doesn't have like the little Velcro packs that help it stick to the wall. I'd add that right off the bat, super easy. But that will keep these cushions from falling down. Also, this unit has a window unit. Trailers this size, I'm a huge fan of window units for a couple reasons. 1, they do a great job cooling. 2, they're pretty much foolproof. And 3, if it goes out, even while it's in warranty, of course, you know, if it's in warranty, you can get it fixed. But if you're in a jam, if you're out camping somewhere and this goes out, well, hey, go to Walmart, buy one, 60, 80 bucks, and you're back camping and fully comfortable and cold in here. You're also gonna have USBs over here. This is, a disconnect for the refrigerator, it looks like. Spot for a TV here, so you do have an HD antenna on top. You're gonna have a stud here where you can mount your TV. I like this position because you can watch it from the bed, or you can swivel it and you can watch it from the dinette too. So 2 really cozy positions to watch it from. Kitchen area to my left, and actually I forgot to mention earlier, but you do have, before I get to the kitchen area, you do have a screen door here. Nice and cozy, basic RV screen door, nothing super special about that. Right here you have all your control panels for your awning, your lights. Water heater is going to be just a gas water heater. You have your solar controller here, so you do have 100 watts of solar up top already, and you can add more to that if you so please. Back to the kitchen area. You're gonna have 2 stove burners here. Folds down, extra countertop space with it. You do have a pretty deep sink, which I like. Also, this could double as a cutting board. That's pretty thick. I don't know. No, this doesn't pull, but it does kind of angle, so that's convenient. Range hood here, so you've got a light and you've got a fan. Is that on and off? And then your microwave, just a regular microwave. If you wanted to swap it for a convection microwave, super easy to do. Above me, we're gonna have a 12-volt fan here. So last week it was really nice and pleasant and low 70s, and that would be plenty enough here. Today it's April 3rd and it's 88 degrees in Louisiana, so it's pretty toasted already, probably 95% humidity. That's okay. Going back to the kitchen. So drawer pull out here, you're gonna have good cabinet storage. I'm not sure what's under this. Yeah, more, and that's huge. That goes all the way to the wall, so about almost 2 feet of storage there. And then you've got another one underneath the bed that actually ties in with the pass-through storage. So if you have anything under there you forgot, you can access that, no problem. I'm gonna flip you guys around so you can see the bed. It is the east to west bed, and then you can check out the bathroom as well. All right guys, so we're flipped around now so you can see our bed here. Isn't quite an RV queen. I think it's a full-size bed. It's a 54 by 74. Let me know in the comments. I don't know bed size. I think that's a full-size bed. Anyway, so you've got your bed here, windows on either side. I love windows. It makes the natural light so much better. It makes this small trailer feel a lot more open and a lot more roomy. Also, I feel like the light colors with the contrast goes really well too. Up above, you're gonna have storage here. Now you probably can't see it, but there's a rod over there that is actually a rod that can manually open and close your awning. So just in case something happens to it, you can manually open and close it, no problem. You're gonna have your wet bath here. And guys, this is actually a pretty good sized wet bath. That's not bad at all. So skylight here, you do have a light in here as well. So I'm 5'10", 5'11", I fit in this just fine. Hanging rod here, let's see, when that door closed, nah, you couldn't use that as clothes hanging, or as for hanging clothes, but also you're gonna have your toilet here. That's pretty good space, guys. It's really, for a wet bath, not bad size. Yeah, this thing's pretty sweet. So just to recap, what makes this different than your normal teardrop? Well, one is going to be the electric awning. Number two, the electric tongue jack. Number three is going to be the true 12-volt fridge and freezer, not just one in the same. So that's great too. And then just a third bonus for you, you have 4 stabilizer jacks instead of 2. A lot of these small trailers, small teardrops only have 2. This has 4, which is plenty enough to keep this thing stable. Thanks for hanging in with us, guys. It's hot. You can see me glistening. I know we've got the 4K camera, so yeah, you see the beads of sweat. It's hot, but it's beautiful down here. Come visit us. If you got any questions, let us know. We'd love to help. And as always, enjoy the journey.